Professor Avram Ehrlich, tell us more about quality and meaning of life in 21st century Tel Aviv and the world.
Well, as a part-time resident of Tel Aviv, it's only appropriate to have a vision of the city. Likewise, when you visit other cities and think about how their qualities can be synthesized with each other and cross-fertilize to bring out the best in each one. Any chemist would want to do the same thing, and any chef and certainly a theologian to bring out the wonderful components of culture and theology and civilization and conduct of one civilization with another and join them together. How good could it be? So I see Tel Aviv as somewhat of an experiment, of a bowl in which several different experiments have taken place, crucibles over thousands of years, and certainly over the last 50 years, 60 years, where great utopian ideas have come to light. And several of these utopian ideas have succeeded in political Zionism, and it has brought with it great fortune and great achievement and enlightenment and intellectualism, which is really spreading throughout the whole region, and that's only beginning. So there are kernels in it which are highly active, and so it is an experiment in city building too. Now, Tel Aviv is not an advanced city like the cities of Asia. Even the cities of Arabia, Dubai and Abu Dhabi and Qatar have emulated and been built by the Chinese and are magnificent. And Tel Aviv has been left relatively undeveloped, with a few skyscrapers and an unknown identity. An unknown identity in regard: is it Asian? Is it Western? Is it Hebraic? Can it dare, and can we dare to dream up a Hebrew Renaissance with images of buildings? And where is that found in our own literature? And indeed, in the book of Psalms and other skyscrapers and buildings and towers are prominent, and Jerusalem is told to be a city of towers, and songs of towers as the ability to bring together society and the coordination of peoples and efforts. So it really is an achievement which has been sung about. So how should the modern city, how should Tel Aviv, which is not committed to a religious ideal, but is committed to the best practices of civilization, of liberalism, of empowerment of the individual, of everything good and available. And so Tel Aviv really should be a very special exercise in city building. And as our ancestors from Solomon to Herod were builders, so too thinking about the future of this country requires thought about how the cities are. And when you think about the city, I think that it's inevitable to think about the core foundations, and that is the community, and the core foundation of the community, which is the group. And there, I think that Tel Aviv could be a very interesting experiment in communities, and that may be lacking in the Asian situation, where industrialization occurred so quickly that people are strangers in large, huge towers and building complexes, and it's very hard to know each other. So Tel Aviv is still small, and it is still community-based, with synagogues and cultural centers and associations of all sorts. And those community-based, I think, could be somewhat magnified and amplified and empowered, and through that a better clarity of how the city should emerge and how it can be refined, preserving its civilizational axes whilst taking on incredible technological abilities. So that's still for another session.